Next. So number 5, you're wild for what you did. Since I'm wild for that, I'm gonna answer that. I'm gonna give you what you're looking for. And I'm gonna give you a whole episode. So hang tight. Listen, I'm finna kick this shit off by saying fuck y'all. I ain't gotta clear my name on the motherfucking thing. I try to be a classy ass bitch and y'all constantly want to bring the Duval out of me. So I won't be dropping names to give you bitch ass niggas 24 hours of attention or a promo. I'm finna get this shit off my chest and I'm gonna lay it to rest. Lego. So he had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. The gamer, the producer, the X, the tech. So we're gonna kick this off with the gamer. Because I said I wasn't saying names. So after I say what I need to say on this episode, I'm not gonna address this again. I'm not gonna say anything about it. It's my response is literally gonna be my shirt. I don't know, I don't care, and I don't give a fuck. So let's start with the gamer, aka the nice guy. Last July, I met the gamer on Tammy. If y'all don't know what Tammy is a gay dating app. A gay dating app. I met the gamer on a gay dating app. So we weren't official. We never had sex. He was just out of a relationship. So he was really healing and kind of going through a lot at the time. I'm not even gonna flex to y'all, since we're gonna keep it 1,000. Um, he said he had got out of his relationship, I think in July, early July. So this was late July. He was staying at a friend's house, really. So he was homeless. He was in between places. He was working hard, trying to get his place. I don't judge on that stuff. Um, I hate to even put his business out there, but I ain't say his name. But so I didn't judge that. We still kicked it. We went to the movies. We went out on dates. We hung out. He did get his place in August. Like he wasn't placeless long. Like he was in the process. So I would hang at his house. He stayed in He moved to Beaufort. Um, so that's an hour for me. So I would go. Like we hung out. We would text all day long. Make sure my mic good. So all day long, texting and all of this. This went on for months. Then all of a sudden, shit changed. Shit switched. I wouldn't get a text back for hours, or sometimes till that night, or the next day, and then sometimes a couple days. And so it would be like, oh, my phone died. Oh, I didn't charge my phone. Oh, I was working real hard. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. So I'm not a dummy. When shit changed like that, my first thought is, so you done found someone else, or you done got back with your ex. That was my first thought, because I'm like, we not hanging out like that. We're not going to the movies. Like it's just shit changed. It got weird. So one day he texts me. This was in October. He texted me and said he needed to talk to me and he wanted to do it face to face. So now, mind you, the gamer was not even my type. He wasn't my type at all. He was a bigger guy, which y'all know. I don't judge. I'm not like, if I'm attracted to you, I'm attracted to you. He was a bigger guy. He was dark skinned. Um, he had hair. He was a cute guy. He's attractive, to me at least. But not my type at all. Never dated a guy like that. This motherfucker called me an hour, had me drive an hour, and bought me a pussy ass Papa John's pizza that I only ate one slice of because I don't eat much. And then he put a whole bunch of shit on it that I didn't eat, so it wasn't for me. So I played around with one slice and that was it. That bitch called me over there to tell me that he had a girlfriend. He didn't even tell me. I saw the bitch's picture on the counter. And I mean, she wasn't an ugly girl. she was a Becky. She looked like it looked like a middle school pic for real. She had this. Y'all remember them old chokers that had the weaving looking ones? Like she had that. Like she was old school. It may have been an old picture. The bitch was leaving notes around the house. I had to get the fuck up out of there. He dozed. We were supposed to be watching a movie. He dozed off, and I was like, "Hey, I'm finna go." I haven't seen that motherfucker since. However, so when he was telling me, he was like, "Oh yeah, I found a relationship. I wasn't really looking." Yeah, and then changed the subject. He wouldn't look me in my face. So you brought me out there to tell me you were in a relationship, pretty much to dead what we had going on. And so I thought that would have been deaded, but he still wanted a friendship with me. So he wanted to come to my game night, which was December 1st. Um, the game night, it was his idea. He was like, we should do another game night. You just did one, like, let's do a game night. And we could do it at your place or my place. I can host it. Like, and I didn't understand how he was gonna do all that with a white bitch, but whatever. Um, and no, and when I say that, no offense to any females out there, I got so much love for women, for real. Um, but in this case, the white bitch. So, and I'm not racist. Y'all know, please. I'm a whole pop. I'm a whole pop queen. Please. Um. So he was a no show for my game night because I'm ready to wrap him up. He was a no show for my game night. He didn't call. He didn't text. This bitch called me 3 days later. He didn't call. He texted me. Was like, well, hiya. Well, hey. I was like, well, are you okay? And he would say, yeah, I'm perfect. I'm fine. Okay, you're perfect. You're fine. So why is it that you were a no call, no show from my party, and then you hit me up 3 days later randomly talking about Haya? Baby, he didn't text me nothing else. He didn't text me until 24 hours later talking about he didn't know what to say. So I didn't know what to say, so I didn't respond. He wrote me 2 days later and was like, are we still not speaking? I go, well, I'm the one, I have plenty to say. You're the one that have nothing to say. What would you like to say? I'm all ears. And that was in December. He was supposed to come check on me for my surgery. He didn't. I haven't heard from him since that text. So it could have been him because I guess what I was wild for this was we had like the streaming services. He had my streaming services. And I changed the passwords. Bitch, you're not gonna watch the streaming shows for free. You can't return a text. Like, you can even have a conversation with me. You were a no call, no show for my party, and then you made it seem like I did something to you. No, nigga. Fuck you. You had it coming. Next. The producer. The producer. I ain't got no AKA for this motherfucker, so he's just the producer. I met the producer. I was leaving from the movies. It was a strictly a sex thing. I met the producer on Grinder. Um, I was leaving the movies. He hit me up. It was supposed to be a hookup situation. We did hook up that night. The sex was pretty cool. It was good. It was good. It was good. He did his thing. Um, I give props where props are due. He had a nice stroke. But after we had sex, I noticed like he had a computer and everything set up, but I didn't say nothing. So I left and then he hit me up again. We linked up again. After the second time we had sex, I was like, well, I see you got your setup. Like, what do you do? Um, he was like, I do music. I'm a producer. And I'm like, bitch, what? I'm a singer. I'm a rapper. I'm trying to make an album. Bitch, I thought I hit the jackpot. He makes beats and everything. So I'm like, well, shit, I'm an artist. So we started chopping it up on a whole different level. Um, for me, I loved his vibe um, on a work level. For me, in that moment, and I'll be honest, this is where I fucked up. In that moment, because Gotti always tell me how relationships start is usually how it's gonna be. So I changed the course of the relationship because once it became business, like he let me hear beats and stuff, and we talked about working with each other. Oh, that sex shit was deaded for me. And it wasn't that it wasn't good. It was the fact that I just it was a business mindset now, and I don't fuck around on that level. So we started talking music. The next couple of times we met up, strictly music talk. The third time was supposed to be a hookup, and I did not want to do it. I'll be honest. So y'all are like, well, why the fuck did you do it? Um, I guess I'll be honest with you. I guess I did it as a hurrah for him because I was gonna be like, okay, this was our last time. Let's focus on the music. Well, that third time, I really didn't want to do it, and it was like I manifested it because we were getting ready to get started, and then he just got soft. Like he couldn't keep it up, and I don't know what happened, but I left. I was fine with that. So the fourth, so the next time we met up we did a song called I think I called it Boastful. No, or did I call it I don't even remember what the name of the fucking song was. I wrote the song in like 30 minutes. It was a beat that he had just finished working on, and I heard it and I was like, "Oh my god, that's it. I want that beat." And I literally wrote the song in like 20 to 30 minutes. It was a hit. I performed the song for my friends. They loved it. He was working on the beat. He sped the beat up. He did something with my vocals. I didn't like the final track. He kept sending me I told him, "Hey, work on it. I don't like this. I don't like that. I feel like it feels empty. We need more vocals. We need the chorus needs to be more prominent." Like it was just very linear, I think. And he added a bunch of bells and whistles to hide the linearness. And so I told him like, "Well, if it's the vocals, if I need to be louder or if I need to re-record, I don't mind doing that." But I told him, I was like, "Look, I really want to record in a studio. I want to really be professional with my third album." He said, "Oh, I got these connections." He had all these connections, all these connections. Um, and none of them pan out. We recorded the song next to the bed he fucked me in. And I'm sure that had a lot to do with the quality. So he was supposed to work on it, never worked on it. The fourth time, I gave him his fourth time. It wasn't bad. I guess I didn't. I enjoyed it, but I didn't. I had to take my mind out of it because I really didn't want to do it because I no longer saw him that way. But in turn, and the crazy thing was, he was in a polyamorous relationship, like for real. Um, So like me and the guy encountered, not like sexually, but like we saw each other in passing. So it wasn't like I was on some homewrecker shit. Like it was very open and blunt. Well, fourth time we had sex, that was it. That was the last time. I was over it. I told him, "Hey, look, I'm kind of not with that." He told me he was developing stronger feelings for me. He thought one day maybe I could be his wife and he could be my husband. And I kind of had to dead that a little bit. Like, look, that's not where my focus is. That's not what I'm on right now. I really want us to focus on the music, like our professional relationship. Like, that's what I want to focus on. Let's get this money. Let's get this money. So I had my surgery in December. Um, he knew this. I was immobile all of December. I couldn't drive. About the middle of January when I could, we never met back up actually. We were working on, so my issue with the producer was whenever something else exterior forces would go on, he would flip out and then flip out on me. He did this 3 times, and I said after the third time I was done. So it would be like a situation where, "Oh my God, you're not answering my calls. What did I do? Am I a bad person?" Like, so at least if I know when I'm not wanted. And I'm like, "Wait, what? Calm down. Like, nigga, I'm working. Calm the fuck down." That happened 3 times. The third time is when we fell out. So, y'all know I did my birthday trip for February. Real quick, Two Hands to Heaven by Beyonce. Best song, go listen. So I was in Jacksonville for my birthday weekend, my actual birthday weekend. He hit me up and was like, "What's up?" I was like, "Getting ready to have my game night." He's like, "Wait, I thought your game night was next weekend." I was like, "It is. This is my Jacksonville one. Unless you want to come," laugh out loud. He was like, "Oh." That's all he was like was, "Oh." Didn't hear nothing else. A few days later, I think it's messed up. How was I supposed to make it to Jacksonville? You switched the date so I couldn't come. And the city, if you didn't want me to come, all you had to do was say so. And I'm like, wait, calm down. It was really a joke. I have two game nights, one in Jacksonville and one in Atlanta. It is the date that I told you. It's still on. You're still invited. Calm down. He was, oh, I'm not reading all of that. He was very dismissive. He was very condescending. He wasn't trying to hear what the fuck I had to say. What got me was when he was like, you can, you're not going to use that song, and all of this. And, you I made you better and all it. Oh wait, so now we're bringing art and talent into it. I'm not going to bash his talent and his skills because he's talented at what he does. A lot of beats he sent me I didn't care for because I'm looking for a particular sound that I feel and that I have to be able to feel it, because if I can't feel it I can't deliver it. um he sent me a song called Black Widow. He talked, and I told him it was a play on things because I had heard from guys before that I'm a Black Widow. I just chew guys up, and when I no longer need or want them, I just discard them, which is not true. But because that was said to me, because that guy felt like I did that to him, I wanted to write a song about it. He used that against me. He told me I am a Black Widow because I'm chewing him up and spitting him out and all of this. I told him, okay, look, I'm not going to go backwards and forth with you. I'm going to say what I want to say and then I'm going to block you. I have nothing else to say to you. Because when you calm down, because my issue with him is he just needed to calm the fuck down to realize, hey, that was a joke. The game night is still taking place when I said, and you're still invited. But now you're not invited. You're cut off. I told him I broke it down to him so he could understand like it was just a joke. I go, but now since you wanted to take it there, I don't give a fuck if you apologize. You're cut off and you won't hear from me again. And I blocked him on everything. He later came back just a week ago and hit me up on Grinder and was like, hey, beautiful. Hey, diva. No, nigga. Fuck you. You wanted to use my art against me. You wanted to use whatever against me. You wanted to use things I told you against me. I'm good. I don't never wanted a relationship with you. Your sex was good, but I was over that. I wanted a business relationship with you. So if I'm wild for cussing you out and cutting you the fuck off, I'm in good reason. He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. Next. Okay, so I threw the X in here. I'm not gonna say which one. So, because it could possibly be him, just as an honorable mention. And if it is, if I'm wild for this, um, so I had to cut. I didn't cut my ex off. I cut him off. So I changed my number. I didn't give him my new number. I felt like if we needed to communicate, you can communicate with me through Facebook Messenger. Um, we don't talk on the phone. We barely text. You don't need my phone number. We're not together. We're really not friends for real. So I didn't give him or his family my number. I actually went and blocked and deleted his family because I mean I ain't heard from them in 2 years. Really, most of them except his mama. And nothing against her. You know, I got love for her. Sometimes when you're the reason a relationship ends, when you're the catalyst for ending a relationship, even if it is for a justified reason, you're the villain. So I feel my ex wanted to go and make me the villain. So if I'm the villain for that, then I'll be the villain. I'll be the villain. It's okay. But you can run with that narrative and storyline yourself out of my life in a way. He ended up removing me from Facebook. So, and that's fine because we don't talk. I blocked you from my posts. And yeah. But I wish him all the best for real. But if I'm wild for deleting his family and not wanting to communicate with him or them, then I'm wild for that. Real quick, if y'all are going through divorces and shit, I understand it be difficult and moving on can be difficult sometimes, but it really is weird as fuck to stay in the same house that your ex is in with you, because it's especially if you're both not on the same page about the divorce, just don't do it. He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. Next, the tech, aka the narcissist. So this is the one that propelled me because I really feel like it was him. A few friends feel like it was the producer. Some feels like it was the ex. One of my friends actually feels like it was the gamer. I low key feel like it was the technician. But just in case it was one of the others, y'all got checked. So the technician, my internet went out. I don't know what the fuck was. Oh, yes, I do. I found out. So I have a new neighbor that moved in downstairs. When she got her internet connected, somehow they disconnected mine. So I was 2 days without internet, which y'all know. I think y'all know I work from home, so it was rough. So the technician came out, and when I opened the door, he was all grinning at me and shit. And I'm like, okay. And so he was talkative, and I didn't know if he was flirting with me or not. I'm one of those people that I be oblivious to stuff like that. It's like if you like me, you gotta say it. If you flirting, like I don't know, like I don't because there's been so many situations where I thought someone was into me and they weren't. So now I just don't assume. I don't pay any of it any mind. I just stay in my own lane unless it's direct. Excuse me. So he fixed my internet. As he was leaving, he was like, if you have any problems, you can hit my manager up and he'll send me back out directly. So if you need anything, you can hit me up. I was like, okay. So he would say, you have a great day. And he was smiling and shit. So when he walked out the door and I closed the door, I was like, was he flirting with me? So I was like, fuck, go ask him for a bottle of water or something, like something. So I was like, fuck it. So I went and walked my dog. At the time, I only had one dog. And I saw his van, his truck was still out there. So I ran the dog back upstairs and I went to his truck. I was like, hey, you got a spare HDMI cord? So he's searching his little truck. We're having conversation, talking about where he's from, where I'm from, all of this. And then by the end of this little 5 minute conversation, he gives me his phone number. We exchange phone numbers. So we immediately start texting, and we're texting heavy all day, most of the night, texting, on it, on it, on it, on it. You know, like really getting to know each other. And it made me feel good because I'm like, damn, I finally didn't meet somebody off of an app. Like, how organic was this meeting? My internet went out and my man came to fix it. So, things, of course, the conversation turned a little sexual. And then, you know, he started sending me sexual videos and pics, and I returned. Um, we made plans to hang out, have a little date, because I was really in a struggle, so I had no money for real. But I wanted to do something cute. He liked wine and fruit, so I got a bottle of wine and I got some fruit. I was gonna make, you know, have a little cute, and we just chill out and just talk and get to know each other. So that Thursday, no, we wasn't supposed. I asked him. I didn't get no response. He told me he would come Sunday. Sunday, he was like he had some shit to do for the VA on a Sunday or whatever. So we got to chatting and we got to talking about status and stuff like that. And so I was honest. If y'all don't, y'all know my status. So I was honest with him. And he was like, you know, I've never, you know, you would be the first femme guy I've dated. And I've never dated anyone with your status. And I was like, you know, well, I'm undetectable. So like, you know, he was like, well, what does that mean? So I explained to him what it meant. If you don't know, being undetectable means that the viral load in your in your blood is the likelihood of passing it is very low. So if you're HIV positive and you're undetectable, the likelihood of you passing it to another person, if you're healthy and you're taking your medications, is very, very, very low. Very low. So he was like, he had to think about it. So I was like, okay. He was like, would you be willing to show me proof that you're undetectable? So I'm like, I've never been asked for proof before. To be honest, I was a little offended because I'm like, that's private. And I'm a very private person, even though I'm giving you my guts. But this isn't information I just offer up. This is my medical history and my medical records. But I understand, even though I felt some type of way about it, I know in Atlanta it's something that people do. People show their results, even though I don't agree with it. They show their results to prove that, they don't have this or that or whatever. So I didn't have a copy of that. So the next day, that Monday, I took some time off work for that morning. I went to my doctor and I got my records. I didn't hear from him at all. I waited till I got my records and I was like, hey, I was able to go ahead and get my records. And I went ahead and got tested for STDs because I didn't want nothing, to, I wanted to, I wanted to show him that I was willing to be open and that I wanted to be honest. And because I really thought like this could, I know it was only like a week, but I thought it was the beginnings of something serious or could be something serious because like we were really getting to know each other. And he was like, if I decide that I'm really gonna rock with you, like we really gonna do this. Like he said, he was like, we're really gonna do this. And I'm like, okay. So I sent him my labs to show him that I was undetectable. I found articles to explain because anybody that knows, it doesn't just say undetectable, it's a number. So I had to find articles to show what they meant. Like it was a lot that I did. He was like, I'm glad you did this. This does ease my mind. I'll be honest, if you wouldn't have communicated with me or anything, I would have just deaded the whole thing, which I could have figured. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So we were waiting for my STD results. Um, they came in on Wednesday, but I didn't say anything because we were supposed to link up on Thursday. So I didn't want to just be so forthcoming. It was just, it felt weird. I didn't hear from him all day Wednesday. So all day. So I texted him when I left the gym that night on Wednesday. It was like 9 o'clock. I texted him and was like, I hope you had a great day. Good night. By the time I got home, like 10 minutes later, I saw I had two missed calls from him. So I called him back and I said, hey, what's up? He was like, I've been seeing you been texting me. Who is this? This Cici. Yeah, I don't know a Cici. I was immediately perturbed. I just said, okay, and hung up the phone. When I hung up the phone, I just sat there because I was like, did this really just fucking happen? I was actually on the verge of tears because, like, I was like, what? It was just a switch. We literally just been talking all week, but the red flags were there. I can own my shit. Um, it's going to make me hesitant to, I'm not proving myself to anybody anymore. But I just wanted him to be comfortable because I know a lot of people aren't comfortable. So he ended up calling me like 10 minutes later. I didn't answer. He called me like 3 times. I finally answered. He's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to put you in this position. My high school sweetheart, she's very suicidal. And so if she hits you up or asks you, you don't know me. You don't know me. And I promise you I'm gonna make this up to you. See, I promise. So I was all the thing I could manage to say was okay, and I hung up the phone. I took me a shower because I'm like, I hope this bitch don't call me because I'm not like I don't. It wasn't that I was protecting him. I was just like, if she's suicidal, I don't want to push the bitch over the edge. I didn't hear nothing else that night. So the next day, that Thursday, I got a call at 12:32. Don't ask me how I know that specifically, but I remember 12:32. It was from an Atlanta number, so I knew it was her. So I had made the decision in that moment that I was not going to lie to her. So she asked me, she told me who she was, that she was his girlfriend, and she asked the nature of our relationship. And I told her, I was like, look, he was my technician. We've been chatting through text, texting heavy, sending pictures. We made plans to meet up. It didn't work out. That's it. She's like, well, that's not what he's saying to me. He's claiming he don't know you. I go, he does know me. I have the text and I have pictures and videos of him and his dick. So he knows me. And I go, but he told me he was singing. He did. I asked him, I was like, I asked him, how long were you single? Have you been single? He told me of 5 years, 2 or 5 years. I know that's a big difference. It was like 2, 3 or 5 years. It was one of them. So she was like, well, not only is he not single, he's separated. He has a kid in California, and that girl was pregnant. A wife, another baby, and a baby on the way. Maybe I told her, I go, look, I don't know. Look, I'm not that type of bitch. I have morals and I have standards. And this is absolutely 100% fact about me. I don't fuck with niggas that are married. I don't fuck with niggas that are in relationships. I just don't, because one, I don't like to share. I don't like restraints. Don't tell me I can't text you after 9 o'clock because your bitch gonna get upset. I don't want to be put in that situation, so I don't. So I told her, had I known, I never would have entertained him at all. He he flirted with me. Like, you did all of that, having these conversations, acting like we were really going to get to know each other and do this shit when you knew you got a baby on the way. So really what you wanted was fucking sex. You did all of that just to get a fucking nut. Nigga, fuck you. He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. Yes, I did. I told that girl all that shit. I was like, yeah. I told it. Sung like a fucking mockingbird. So if I was wild for that, I was wild for that. That's fine. I told that nigga, I go, don't you ever text me or contact me ever again. And I blocked him. So yeah. So yeah, it was one of them. It was one of them four. So I hope you got the answer that you were looking for. You wanted me to be able to. People feel like I don't take ownership, but I take my ownership in every one of those situations. So let's see. The gamer, the red flag was one. I shouldn't even gave a fuck for real. When shit got choppy with him with the text, I should have deaded that shit and been done. With the producer, um, when it was just business, I should have just deaded that too. And never it should have never been any sexual encounters after that. Should have deaded it. We ain't even gonna speak on the X. And the tech, I wish I wouldn't have gave out my health information. I should have been smarter than that. But it wasn't that I was dumb. I just really wanted to be open and honest because my next relationship, I don't want that type of relationship. I want to be open and honest and vulnerable and soft with that person. I want a relationship where no matter if it hurts or how ugly, we can tell each other the truth. I'm sick of dealing with liars. I'm sick of it. So, yeah. Um, but as a honorable mention, when I did this anonymous messages, and as y'all saw, there was a lot of shooting the shots in those messages. So a lot of my readings have been telling me that I have a secret admirer. And it's someone that I don't know, not that someone I don't know, it's someone I know I've encountered. Um, but I wouldn't think it was like an encounter. Like we may have just saw each other in passing, or like just happened to be in the same place at the same time. But when I know who this person is, I'm a know. But they were shy to reach out to me. I had no idea who it was, and I still don't. So all of a sudden, I see someone DMing me on Instagram as I'm, posting the question. So I assume it was, him. And so he's saying, am I willing to give him a shot now and all of this? And I'm like, well, who are you? Because his Instagram page is locked. It's private. Mine is open. Because I'm an artist. So view away. That's why it's limited. I don't post as much. I post on certain things. But anyway, um, and in my story a lot. That's where you get the gist of me in my story because it's going after 24 hours. Um, so I can't see a clear picture of this man. He has shades on. It's a far back picture and he's stretched out. I have no idea who this person is. So I was like, well, who are you? Well, you were saying like, am I willing to get with you now? Have I rejected you before? Like, who is this? So he read my messages and then he blocked me. You did all that just to fucking block me. Niggas is weird. This is some weird shit. Like, you did, I don't want to say chase, but you did all that to get my attention. And then you got it. And you block me? For what? Was I expected to just know who you were? I don't know. But that situation, it really kind of fucked up my mood. And I had to take a moment to even do this episode. And I guess y'all wondering, like, well, why did it bother you so much? You don't even know who the fuck it is. I guess because I'm used to meeting niggas off the app and I know they're full of shit a lot of times. But these are organic meetings. These is like someone saw, like you saw me somewhere and like you like me. Well, tell me. Like that's a cute little love story starting. Um, but you did all that to get my attention just to block me. I don't know if he just got scared or if I intimidated him. Um, because I know I can come off a little strong. And in my post and stuff, like I post a lot of Meg the Stallion shit and a lot of shit, a lot of shit talking stuff. But I appear rough around the edges, but I'm very soft. Don't get me wrong, don't play with me. But I'm in my soft girl era. I want to be soft. I want my next relationship. I want a man that I can be soft with. I want someone that I can just be vulnerable and soft with, and it doesn't feel scary. It like I want someone that is gonna let me be safe enough to be vulnerable and be soft with him. So I don't have to be Meg. I don't have to be fuck that nigga. Give me that money, nigga. Like, yeah, that nigga. Like I don't want like I can be that. That is an extension. That's a part of me. But I really want to be soft and loving and nurturing. I really want to do that. In my last relationship, I felt like I had to be the breadwinner. I had to be the masculine role. I don't want to do that. I know we all have divine masculine and feminine in us. I am a man. I get it. But I'm very feminine and I love that aspect of myself. And I want to be submissive and I want to be soft and I want to be loving and I want to be those things. I don't want to look and be like, well, why you giving me a compliment today? Why you ain't called? Why like all that snappy shit? That's unhealed shit. And baby, I'm every day is a healing process. But Cowboy Carter helped me heal too. The album, not the dog. The dog too, because he was everything I didn't know I needed. Um, so it really has turned me off from dating in Atlanta. A lot of things ran through my head today. Um, I was really ready to. I'm open to dating. I'm not actively looking to date, but I'm open to it. If the right situation comes along, I'm willing to make time for someone. And it's like after each one of these situations, every time it just makes me feel like I just don't want to do it. And I know that's sad to say. I just don't want to do it. I don't have the energy for disappointment dating. And I know it's a part of it. I get it. But I don't mind putting myself out there. I don't mind being open. And I'm definitely open to love. Um, I'm over it. I'm over the dating scene in Atlanta. I'm convinced that these gay men in Atlanta, gay bi, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself, and these straight men that pretend to be straight, like y'all don't really want relationships for real. It's like men in Atlanta don't want relationships. And that's what I want. I'm 36. I don't want to just fuck off just for fun. What are we doing? Where's the growth in that? So that's stagnation because where are we going to grow? Just fucking off. Yeah, it's okay to have fun. Like people you have, I mean, I got my friends just for fun, but I know that's where it is. And that's what we entertain in that space. There's no talk of anything elevating or growth. So like, I know that's what it is. When we have that time, it's that time. We seize that moment, enjoy each other. And then once it's gone until the next time. But I'm just over it for real. And I'm low key. Those were dark skinned. Even the producer was dark skinned. The gamer was dark skinned. Oh my god. The gamer was dark skinned, the producer was dark skinned, and the fucking tech was dark skinned. Staying away from dark skinned guys. I am. Oh, listen. That's the thing. I tried to go outside of my box, even with the fucking technician. He was not my type either at all. Like he was skinny. Y'all know how I feel about skinny dudes. I feel like they can't handle me, but I'm open to them, unless you're really really cute. He had a little body, but he was skinny and dark skin. He wore glasses, a little rough around the edges, but like he was attractive. He had body for sure. He had dick for sure too. But that I never got, and I'm glad I didn't. Not my type, but played in my face. Whoever this secret admirer is light skinned. So unless that profile picture isn't them. I'm gonna date me a white man. White fellas, what's up? Let me find me a white brother. A little wigger or something. Find me something. Because these black men, and I hate to single us out, these black men in Atlanta don't want nothing real. And I think I'm just willing to accept that. It's either you don't look the part, you don't have the parts, or you don't have enough money, you don't have this, you don't have that. You're not skinny enough. You only got a 4 pack, you ain't got a 6 pack, or you got a gut, you ain't got no packs at all. Um it's just always some superficial bullshit. I'm low key almost ready to leave Atlanta. Not just because of this, but I really want love. And I'm starting to feel like I'm not going to find it here. And I know what y'all saying. Atlanta really ain't the city for love, but I feel like it could be. You just got to know where to look and where to find. You got to be open to it. And everything happens when it's supposed to. Um, I don't know. We'll have a whole conversation about dating. Um, but that's really all I have for y'all for real. I know y'all been waiting on the juice, so there's the tea. There's my tea. Some of y'all may call me foolish for these some of these situations, and I was, but I can own that. Um, and for the person that did say to me, I was wild for what I did, whatever I did, just to know it wasn't unprovoked. It was not unprovoked. I am a very spiritual person. I'm a very positive person. But like I said in my Meg the Stallion opening, bitch, I can only be a classy bitch for so long, and then you're going to make the Duval come out of me. Please don't make the Duval come out of me. So yeah, I said what I said. I'm not speaking on this again. There's no follow up, no other questions. Y'all can comment what you think. Let me know. Give me your opinions. I appreciate them. I appreciate the love. Um, Make sure you like, comment, and share. Like, comment, share. Like, comment, share. Like, comment, share. Like, comment, share this video. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a beat. Hey. Remember, your day hits different when your vibes are positive. Yes, that's the Beyonce poses, bitch. I did it. So, your day hits different when your vibes are positive. I'm gonna keep my vibes positive because I need it right now. But I'm still open. So if someone really wants, even if it's just a date or you want to chat, I'm open. If you're a person that's intimidated by me in any way, please don't be. I'm very sweet. I look mean sometimes, and a lot of people have told me I come off a little unapproachable, but I've really been trying to change that energy. But on a social media presence, um, shoot your shot. Closed mouths don't get fed, and you literally miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Just don't be like that one person who took a shot and ran, or I guess maybe it was something about me that I'm not even finna own that. No, I'm not taking on nobody else's shit. I don't know what his problem was. I don't know if he was scared or maybe he changed his mind. Good luck, fella. So, that's it. Thank y'all so much for watching. The book comes out April 16th. I'm actually about to go live. So by the time you watch this, you would have seen that live. And hopefully you've seen that live. And we finna talk book. So I love y'all. 100% emotions. April 16th. Make sure y'all get it. Yay. Bye. Bye. Bye.